Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep into a specific source today.
Yeah, one that sheds light on recent events at Obafemi Awolowo University in Nigeria, OAU.
Exactly, OAU. And the source we have is an excerpt. It's titled OAU Student Resistance to Wike and DSS Actions.
Right. So our kind of mission here is to really pull out the key claims, the concerns.
And the specific viewpoint this particular text presents about what allegedly went down there.
And it sets up a really stark tension right away, doesn't it?
It really does. It puts students, who the source says are just exercising constitutional rights,
The right to protest.
directly against what it calls lawless actions, repression from, well, official bodies.
That's the core conflict, yeah. According to this specific account, anyway.
And it names the key players involved in this narrative.
You've got the OAU students, obviously.
Then the Department of State Services, the DSS.
Right. And FCT Minister Nyesom Wike.
Whose presence, the source claims, is what reportedly kicked off the student action in the first place.
And the source is, let's say, very direct in how it describes Minister Wike.
No kidding. It calls him the verbose and controversial FCT minister.
And it goes further, claiming his political legacy, quote, reeks of impunity, corruption, and authoritarian posturing.
Yeah, it's crucial to stress that this is very much the source's specific and quite strong viewpoint.
Absolutely. And then there's the location itself, OAU. The source gives that a lot of weight.
It does. It's not just presented as, any university.
No, it's framed specifically as a historic ground of resistance.
A symbol of intellectual and political courage, I think was the phrase.
And making that powerful claim that the campus has never welcomed tyranny.
So according to the source, that historical backdrop is absolutely central. It frames why these events are seen as so significant within this narrative.
Exactly. So with that stage set, what does the source actually allege happened? What did the DSS and reportedly university security do?
Well, the text claims the methods included things like intimidation, harassment,
And unlawful detention.
Yeah. And the source alleges these actions were specifically aimed at silencing the student dissent.
It uses really strong language to describe that. What was it?
It frames it as a dangerous return to the dark days of dictatorship.
Wow. Okay, dangerous return. That's potent phrasing from this source.
Definitely. So, given these serious allegations, what does the source actually want? What are the demands?
They're pretty clear and quite direct. The main one is for the immediate and unconditional release of all arrested students.
Okay, release the students. Anything else?
Yeah. It also demands accountability, holding the DSS and, quote, all complicit parties accountable for what it calls a gross abuse of power.
And underpinning all of this is that fundamental principle the source keeps coming back to.
Right. That peaceful protest is a constitutional right, not a crime.
It presents that as the core right that was allegedly just trampled on here.
Exactly. And you also see these strong sentiments, these calls for wider support.
Like what?
Well, the text states flat out that repression will only fuel resistance, and it expresses clear solidarity with the OAU students. It even mentions using hashtags,
Oh, right, like hashtag revolution now.
Yeah, and hashtag free the OU students.
Yeah.
Trying to amplify the message, get more people involved.
So stepping back, this deep dive, based only on this one source, has given you a look at a specific narrative.
A narrative about alleged state actions against students who are protesting a specific official.
At a university that this source specifically describes as having this long history of resisting authority.
Yeah, and understanding sources like this, even if it's just one perspective, is really valuable.
Right, because it highlights these very significant claims about fundamental issues.
Like the right to protest, yeah.
The
role of security forces.
And the weight of history, especially student activism in certain places. It helps you see the different angles, the tensions, and how events get reported and discussed.
So, thinking just about this source we've unpacked, what do its specific claims, its demands? Especially how it frames OAU's history and the alleged actions.
What does that suggest, according to this viewpoint, about the ongoing sort of push and pull between dissent and authority?
Right. And maybe more pointedly for you, the listener, what does this particular account make you think about concerning constitutional rights and state power? Something to consider.